Good evening and welcome to beautiful downtown Pawpaw as your Red Wolves, donned in their breast cancer awareness pink socks, prepare to take on the Three Rivers Wildcats in some Wolverine Conference action. Alongside Jason Cox, I'm Brent McNitt, and we are getting ready to get started here in Pawpaw. We are facing some pretty serious conditions here tonight, Jason. Taking a lot of rain, enough to get the homecoming parade canceled. So it's going to be a soggy slugfest out there on the field, and I think that would bode well for the Red Wolves.
Tell you what, it's the lineman's dream to play out there and slop around in the mud. So,
well, when you've got the wing tee as your offense, this is what we're looking for here, and we are definitely ready to get some football going. We had some food trucks out in the parking lot today. This is homecoming week at Pawpaw, so we're going to have some festivities. We will be carrying those festivities live at halftime so that we can see who gets crowned king and queen. And we've got, like I mentioned before, our fellas are in pink socks tonight, so they're going to stand out. In another very classy move from the Red Wolves, tonight they are adorning their helmets with a tag to Easton Johnson. So the Red Wolves have got this on the back of their helmets tonight in a nice shout out to a young man who lost his battle with heart disease earlier this year. So classy move by the Red Wolves, and that's going to be adorning their helmets for the rest of the season. So we have also had the Red Wolves, Jason, this morning went down to the elementary school and spent some time with the little ones, as a nice outreach, wore their uniforms down. So really nice moment for them. There's if you check out some of the school's Facebook pages, Instagram, you're going to see some of the pictures from that. We didn't get any to us in time to get them on the air tonight, but it's going to be good. So captains are out on the field right now doing their pregame discussion. Have not seen an indication yet of the toss. So it looks like Three Rivers is going to receive. I don't know if they have elected to receive. They did. They won the toss again, Jason, just like Edwardsburg last week. I think people look at that Red Wolves offense and figure, you know what, we got to try to get some momentum right off the jump.
Well, I think it's also a time issue because if Pawpaw receives that ball, then they are going to grind that first quarter clock right down.
Yeah, and I agree with you. It's just you see that, and what a tremendous momentum builder it is for Pawpaw if they put a couple scores on the board and then get the ball right out of the third quarter. And we've seen how many times just grind the clock to a pulp.
Absolutely.
So we are going to go mute for a minute. We've got national anthem coming, and we'll be right back. Okay, so the anthem is in the books, and we've got a full clubhouse tonight. the microphone is not muted. So and that brings us to a good point, Jason. So we got a lot of criticism, constructive and otherwise, last week about about following the plays, and we're going to make a commitment tonight that we are going to do is no better, no worse. We're going to do what we can, and sometimes we are going to actually watch the play and forget to film it. So we apologize, but you know what? We're trying. So
well, in all fairness, Brent, if they get to watch it on a nice big screen and I have to watch it on a 3-inch screen, I'm going to do the best I can.
Yeah, and we'll get you there. It's this is one of those things where we outperform our paychecks on a weekly basis here. So we are we're going to give it a try tonight. We're inside. We're in our home confines. It's a little bit easier tonight and there goes a giant umbrella past the camera. So there's a lot of noise in the press box tonight. We've got a couple radio broadcasters right next to us. We've got our normal people. All of the coaches are in the press box. It's going to be cozy, Jay. It's going to be a nice, fun night to do a broadcast. So Troy Vandenberg is going. Is that Troy or is that Gunner? I can't see out there. Gunner Goodell is going to kick off.
Yes.
So here we go. Gunner Goodell to kick. It's on the ground. That's missed by the up back. It's going to be fielded by a deep back. He's going to try to catch the left edge. And I say left as our defense. I guess I'll call it right to left on the football side, so that's the right side. That return takes it out to about the 39, where that's going to start. 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. Three Rivers comes in at 1-5. They haven't done anything fantastic on the season. New coach, new year. They're starting a rebuild down there, so, getting the new philosophy in. I don't think it'll be the same Three Rivers we've seen with the spread.
They're out here in the eye right now.
This is going to be a handoff up the middle, and that's going to be met in the hole and go nowhere. It looked like maybe Nolan. No, who's that? Bryson Newell was in the backfield.
In talking to
P.J. DeYoung was also in there.
In talking to the radio staff here, they said that the Wildcats have come out and they've tried the eye, they've tried the spread, so they're kind of having an offense du jour, so we'll see what happens.
They're feeling their way as we go here. So, and that's Red Wolves are going to help them out there. So it looks like Louis Warmack is behind center for Three Rivers tonight. Their normal quarterback, Caleb Quake, has given Papa fits in the past, but he's had some health issues, it sounds like, according to the scouting reports. So Warmack is your quarterback tonight. He's going to hand this one off to deep, and that's a nice run. Jace Gray with the carry, and that's going to be good for about 8. So maybe 9. It's going to bring up 2nd and 1. 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1, yep.
Excuse me, 3rd and 1. So the rain has subsided a little bit here in Pawpaw, and it's definitely not pouring like it was a little bit earlier. There's a handoff, and that's going to be good for a Three Rivers first down. Gain of 2, but they needed 2, so only needed 1, so that was good for a first down. Three Rivers going to move the change.
I would say after that first play, they'll probably stick in an offense like this if they're chunking plays. It's just like the Red Wolves here. If they get a couple yards.
And you're going to see a healthy dose of Jace Gray tonight, their running back, especially with this wet weather. They're not going to be real quick to put the ball up. This is a pitch back to Gray. He's met right on the line by Stry.
Big hit from our...
Gavin Turk was also in there. So that's going to be nothing on that one. So that's going to bring up a 2nd and 10. Right there was whatever it was. So bringing it back to the line, reset. This time we're going to get trips right, and we're going to go to the spread.
Here's the spread.
We're going to see what we got, see what kind of quarterback we're going to see out of Warmack. And we're going to get a timeout. No, we're going to get a flag thrown. So we got stuff going on. Not sure what.
That was an aggressive throw by the referee.
Yeah,
and the
he
coach
put
is
that
out
one
on
up
the
in the
field.
air. Red.
We got a sideline, or what do we have?
Referee hit a 9-iron into that one. So now we're going to find out. Referee's about ready to tell us what's going on. They're going to now they're going to pick up the flag and give the timeout.
I wonder if maybe they were close to the delay of game. I'm not sure exactly what happened there, Brent.
That was a pretty aggressive throw on that flag. It went about 22 feet in the air.
It did look angrily thrown, yes. I'm not quite sure what that was about.
So not sure exactly what we've got, but hey, you know what? Let's meet a couple of the Red Wolves.
Braylon Kennedy, senior, offensive tackle, and I like my steak well done.
Julian Hernandez, offensive guard, sophomore, I like my steak medium rare.
Kyle Seckler, junior, tackle, I like my steak rare.
Luke Dallian, senior, offensive tackle, I like my steak medium rare.
And back at the action. Warmack's in the shotgun. We're going to have trips right. He's going to roll right. He's going to take a look. Throws that one. He's got a receiver. It's a nice throw, Jason. That was, that's your classic triple set down route. They went out there, put 3 levels on the field, and the third one was open.
Yeah, that was a beautiful pass, too. He laid it right in, hit him in stride.
We used to call that the flood. I don't know what they're calling it these days, but, you got lots of targets out there, and the quarterback just kind of has its easy progressions for them. They can work 1, 2, 3 and see who's open. So back now more to the eye look. Warmack under center, and that's another movement on the line, but they're not going to.
Yeah.
Let's say
the ref was holding his flag for a minute, but that definitely was a false start.
Yeah, we had a false start, definitely. So that's going to move Three Rivers back 5 yards.
1st and 15.
So 1st and 15 for the Wildcats. 9:06 to go here in the first. Still scoreless on a rainy night in Pawpaw. Reflected in our numbers. Thanks to the 100 people that are online right now able to stream the game. So Warmack under center. Snap, he's going to hand this off. Jace Gray, he's got a, he went 3 yards before he was touched.
I will tell you, there was a big hole on that left side for him to come through.
Yep.
So
and the linebackers did a nice job cleaning it up. Bryson Newell and P.J. DeYoung were in there.
But Coach Stry's down there fired up. That was the line needs to stand in there a little more stout.
They at least got to disrupt the hole. Even if they don't get a hand on the back, they've got to slow him down a step and let those linebackers fill.
Yep.
So, Three Rivers is going to go back to the shotgun. Warmack, Jace Gray beside him, trips right. Going to put a man in motion to the near side. They're going to run off the right side. He's got no place to go. Tries a stiff arm. Is that Eli Sonnenberg out there? Got a flag. Another big animated floating thrag out there. So, looked like there was a face mask, but that may have been on the offense.
That's that right wing loves to throw his flag.
Well, if anything, there could have been a face mask on Three Rivers there. Yeah, I think they got him for a late hit out of bounds.
Yeah, I agree, Brent.
Not sure who that was out there, and that's just I'm going to call it like it is. That's a bonehead play because we've got, we're looking at second and a mile, third and a mile. So now it gives them a first down and puts Three Rivers in business, and that just can't happen. Can't make those mistakes. Jace Gray off the right side.
Met by a slew of
Red
Red
the whole
Wolves
den
there.
of Red Wolves in on that tackle. So we're going to say a half a yard gain on that one. We're going to go back into 2nd and long. Wolves defense now has to step up.
And that receiving this kick might pay off for them.
Well, it's looking like a great decision right now because at the very minimum, they're eating a bunch of clock. So Warmack under center. He's going to pitch this one to Gray. Gray has got, he's got 2 yards before contact again, but, the Red Wolves are there.
Yeah, I think that's a little too much.
It's like Baron Marinich out there on that tackle.
A little too much before we're putting a head on that ball.
So Three Rivers with a 3rd and long. Ball's at the 27, maybe the 26, as we watched their kicker warm up, and I didn't see a lot of range. So Warmack is going to be in the shotgun.
I would imagine
he's
that
going
they
to roll to the right. He's going to look to throw back. There's nobody there. Now he's in big trouble, and throws the ball away, but you know what? Yeah, there comes the flag.
Yeah.
Now, the question is, are they going to call intentional grounding or are they going to call the late hit out of bounds?
I would say intentional grounding. There was nobody. He was nearly in the grasp and just chucked it out of bounds.
Yeah, I'm not the confidence of the if you're interested in being an official, MHSAA.com has plenty of opportunities. They are going to call the grounding, so that's going to be loss of down. And, Jay, that is hands behind the head on the referee. That is the intentional grounding, loss of down, not that I'm sexy and I know it. So
it is often mistaken,
yes,
Brent.
we got to explain that. I don't know that we saw that play.
We saw that play.
So now it's 4th and Goebbels. Three Rivers are back. Three Rivers are back to punt. So see if the Red Wolves get any pressure. They did get some pressure, and that was a low line drive kick. They're going to have to get away from that one, and it's going to roll down there.
I would say it's more of a skip. With the height of that ball, it just
weird.
Kind of.
I'm going to just play with your. Don't mind me. I'm playing with your camera here.
Just so everyone knows, it's not me. It's Brent.
See if we can get a little more headroom on there. Okay, so Red Wolves get to take over. It's going to be 1st and 10, and ball's at the 12-yard line. Gunnar Goodell is going to bring in the play. You're going to see Goodell under center between Ben Miller and P.J. DeYoung will be Bryson Newell. So to the line from the wing tee, Gunnar Goodell is going to hand that Bryson Newell. Oh, there's Miller, and Ben Miller breaks free.
He's gone again.
Ben is going. Ben is gone. 88 yards to the house for Ben Miller. Touchdown, Red Wolves.
2 weeks in a row for that young man.
So Benny Miller got an inside pitch, and he did not miss it. 88 yards to the house, outran the entire Three Rivers team and all the referees. And Jay didn't even cramp up this week. Big run for Ben.
Well, I don't know if you heard the shouts from the press box, but we had one gentleman downfield trailing the play, and they were worried about we might have got a block in the back, so everyone was screaming, "Stay away!"
Yeah, well,
because he was gone.
And again, he got through that first level, and there was just no one there.
No, I saw 2 hands on his thigh boards, and he was through and gone.
Nice cutback by Ben. He took a little time. In fact, he took so long I thought Bryson had the ball. Nice patience by Miller. Here comes the snap. Nice placement by Gunnar Goodell. Kick is up and kick is good. So with 6 minutes to go, the lightning quick Red Wolves offense strikes big. 7-0 Pawpaw.
That really doesn't use much time off the clock.
No,
apparently on our first drive for the Red Wolves the last 2 weeks in a row.
I'm going to just slip one in here because we only got the one howl. and we got people who are out there waiting for that. And
Yeah.
we've got a few dogs hiding under the couch that aren't waiting for that.
Yeah, for those of you paying attention at home, that's 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah,
First play from scrimmage.
Yes, and both times, huge hitter right off the bat for the Wolves. So one play drive, 82 yards, or 88 yards, excuse me.
So again, Miller's rushing average is huge in the first
so we've
series.
got a good foundation laid down for. And again, I'm very impressed with the patience for Ben Miller on that play because he did take his time and waited for Bryson to go through the. That's why I thought he had the ball.
When they're usually quick hitters, and it took that minute to develop. And
So Vandenberg's Goodell's going to squib
gonna
one.
go
Oh, that's in play.
oh,
And a 20 for Three Rivers. Galloway made a nice play there because that ball was live.
I think that was a lot closer than Three Rivers thought it was going to be.
Going to say there's a little Wildcat scat down there on the field with that one.
Sorry, folks, doing my best I can with the camera. Zoomed in as far as we are, trying to stay centered so that we can see the whole field.
So here we go, Three Rivers under center. This is going to be a handoff. Jace Gray off the side. There's no doing.
Yeah,
Fisher Edwards was out there.
And that's exactly what we're talking about. The line held him up. He tried to scramble out, and our linebackers came and just cleaned house.
So, Wildcats now behind the sticks, Jay. And, this is that momentum we talk about in high school football. Promising drive. They take 6-7 minutes off the clock, go down. It resulted in a punt, but that was just one bad play. But now Red Wolves put it in. They're going to try to run it off that end again. He's got a little room this time. And he's going to get about 7. The down marker almost took him out. But it's going to be about third, three maybe.
It is. It's got to be frustrating for the Wildcats because after a fairly good drive, that one play, and you can see they're deflating already.
Yeah,
heads are down, and
a 1-5
set.
season will put you in that mindset fairly quickly as well. So, Warmack is under center. He's surveying. Third and short. This is going to be a delayed quarterback draw.
Not sure
That
what
was maybe a broken play.
it's.
They're pushing. It's still no.
It looks like look.
They're going to get a first down out of
First
that.
down. Looked like the Eagles scrum there. I'm not.
Yeah,
Was that the rugby play?
It looked like a designed play. All he did is stood up and followed his line.
It looked like a broken play, Brent. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there.
By broken play, though, the quarterback never hesitated with that's what he was going to do.
I know.
So it is a first down for Three Rivers. Warmack's going to go back to the I formation under center. He's got Jace Gray deep. He's going to hand it to
Got a false
There's
start, I
flag on
believe,
the
by
play.
the.
It looks like another false start on the Wildcats. So they're going to move them back 5 yards and start over. It's going to be 1st and 15. And that right there is the stuff that's not going to help Three Rivers get where they would need to be tonight.
No, especially when they are a team that needs that momentum. Those little things cut deep.
Okay, so now from the pistol, Warmack's going to throw. He's going to look deep. He's putting it out there. We got some Red Wolves down there. There's a play on the ball. Didn't see any flags, so that looks pretty good. So Marinich on the breakup. Nice defensive play by Baron Marinich out there. So
We had Lemire
second
back
and
there.
15.
And
The Red Wolves had that bracketed and covered. The ball was up, but you had two Red Wolves there. And Barron made a play on the ball. So
I will have to say that Warmack did throw a pretty good ball. It was on target. It was just covered.
yeah. So, and now we got some more movement on the line. That's going to back Three Rivers up again.
So apparently the hard count to trick the Red Wolves is actually tricking his own team. So
Yeah. So we are. Mary Poppins from all the way from Wisconsin. Bryson Newell's grandma. Had the pleasure of meeting Mary before. Welcome. Glad that you could join the broadcast this week. So from the shotgun, Warmack hands off. Jace Gray. He's caught from behind. So someone on the line had him there. I'm trying to look. Gavin Turk. Maybe.
he still got about 5 yards on
Buell
that, though.
was in there for sure. Still got, but at this point, you're kind of playing umbrella defense. You don't want to give up the big play, but, if it's third and I think this one's third and Bloomingdale.
Yeah.
If we.
At least Magoo corners.
Yeah. So Warmack's going to set up a screen. He's going to throw the screen. There's nothing there. A little over Jace Gray's head.
I'm pretty sure he threw that out of to save his own life.
Yes, he did. He was hoping that Gray would have opened up by then, and he had not. So that's going to bring up fourth down, and that's going to bring up another punt.
Yeah, I think he threw that off his back foot and airmailed Gray.
Last punt was kind of a missile that came out low. It looked like Papa had somebody in there to block it last time, but just chose not to.
It was interesting.
So we'll see. It looks like Bryson's back to receive. Okay, so there, and again, this is going to be return. No, Bryson's going to let that one go. Probably a smart move because the Three Rivers gunner was right on him.
Yeah, he would have got his
So the
block knocked
24-yard
off.
line looks like where the ball's going to come to rest, and Papa, first down.
I got to tell you, that low liner works out for him because it's skipping and rolling in this wet grass.
This time the ball's at the 24, and it takes at least one of our plays out of the arsenal. The 88-yard run is no longer available to us. So the Red Wolves, Gunnar Goodell is going to bring a play in. Does that camera keep slipping down? Is it lens drag? Oh, that's too much. There. Don't know what's going on with the equipment tonight. So from the tee, usual suspects in the backfield. Gunnar Goodell going to hand this one to P.J. DeYoung. PJ's going to get a half a yard. So we go down to a 47 and a half average on one play. Gunnar comes over, checks with Coach Stry. PJ and Miller with Bryson between. Gunnar Goodell under center from the tee. This is going to be a handoff to Ben Miller. Ben's going to come this side. Ben's got the corner. Ben Miller with another long run, and that's good for a Red Wolves first down. So Ben picking right up where he left off down in Edwardsburg. So that's going to be a 1st and 10. Ball's up to the 43-yard line.
It is pretty rough when a 5-yard gain cuts your average.
Yeah, well, a 12-yard gain even at that. So in the wing tee, Goodell. Going to hand this one off to P.J. DeYoung. P.J.'s going to go about a yard. Again, we're talking about the wing tee offense here. You've got a quarterback and 3 running backs who line up in a horizontal line behind the line of scrimmage.
And if you watch that last play, that number 60 really did a good job. He read Stry pulling and got right in his hip pocket and was able to
and the
make
key
that play.
to blocking the wing tee is to get your linemen moving, get them through holes, and get them to the second level. The key to defending it is try to plug those holes. easier said than done sometimes. From the tee, Goodell's going to pitch this to Ben Miller. Miller's going to pick up 11.
Redworth first down.
And that's just strength right there. Ben carried 3 Wildcats on his back, and that's good for a Red Wolves first down.
He was about 3 yards short at contact and just drove that pile right through.
Rain started to pick back up a little bit. We're starting to see a little bit of waves of rain coming through the lights out there. 1:26 to go here in the first. Wolves on the move. Ball's at the 46-yard line, 1st and 10. Goodell under center. Gunner's going to hand that to Bryson Newell. Bryson's going to go right into the line. So that's going to be a gain of maybe
Looks
1.
like we had a loose ball. We'll see what the referee says.
Well, Three Rivers pointing, but the referee says 3.
He's indicating.
Or says 2, except. It's a long way. I can't see his fingers very well down there. So 2nd and 9's the situation.
Ball control is going to be huge tonight, Brent. You can't give up the rock.
Yeah, and it's starting to get slippery. It's rain's picked back up a little bit. 2nd and 9, ball's on the 45. Gunner Goodell in the tee. This is going to be a handoff to Miller. Ben cuts back, but he's not going to get much. So that's going to bring us up our first 3rd and long for the Red Wolves. This is definitely 2-down territory here. They do not need to pick up the entire first down in one play. Looks like they're going to let the first quarter come to an end. So
for those of you at home, if you take a look, maybe you can see as we look at the lights, the rain is absolutely pouring down.
So that's an Emmy-winning shot right there.
Well,
did I say Emmy? I didn't mean Emmy. It's some kind of a
some broadcasting.
Yeah. Well, Emmy's broadcasting, but that's not us.
I'm just trying to redeem myself from taking plays off last week.
So we got a new feature. Let's meet the cheerleaders.
Hi, I'm Izzy McReynolds. I'm a sophomore and I'm a back spot, and my honesty is what makes me fierce.
I'm Catherine Vick. I'm a sophomore. I'm a back spot, and my personality is what makes me fierce.
I'm Vanessa Leonard. I'm a sophomore. I'm a secondary base, and my commitment is what makes me fierce.
Hi, I'm Melissa Crane. I'm a sophomore. My position is a flyer, and my personality is my fierce.
I'm Olivia Johnson. I'm a freshman. I'm a flyer, and my positivity is what makes me fierce.
Hi, I'm Samantha Tapper. I'm a sophomore, and my personality makes me fierce.
My name is Madison Osborne. I'm a sophomore and a flyer, and my strength makes me fierce.
I'm Marie Penouat. I'm a senior. I'm a flyer, and my positivity makes me fierce.
I'm Taya Southworth. I'm a junior. I'm a base, and my confidence makes me fierce.
Hi, I'm Maya Leonard. I'm a senior and I'm a base, and my work ethic is what makes me fierce.
I'm Madison Lisinski. I'm a senior. I'm a flyer, and my confidence is what makes me fierce.
I'm Sophia Martinez. I'm a sophomore, and I'm a secondary base, and my positivity makes me fierce.
I'm Ashley Olson. I'm a junior, a back spot, and my energy makes me fierce.
Hi, I'm Molly Goodwin. I'm a senior, I'm a base, and my attitude makes me fierce.
I'm Neve Davenport. I'm a senior and a back spot, and my independent voice is what makes me fierce.
I'm Agag. I'm a senior.
So coming back, Red Wolves are going to come out
straight tee.
In the tee. 4th down. Pitch out this way. There's a big hole, and that's going to be good for a Red Wolves first down. Don't worry if you're still waiting to see your kid on the cheerleaders promos. We're going to play that again later.
I thought we might see the eye there, but they stayed right in the tee.
I was really surprised not to see the power eye come out.
Me too.
But I think that they've seen something off this left side with Miller. And,
obviously, it was the right choice.
Yeah, Ben's speed is there. So, Red Wolves 1st and 10, ball's on the 23. There's a handoff. Miller again. And again, they're pounding that left side. There's definitely something there that Coach Stride likes.
Well, ironically, though, I mean, that left side is where he broke that long play. He was able to outrun the defensive back, the corner on that.
Absolutely, and it also lulls to sleep a little bit. You know, you've got PJ over on that other side who's only touched the ball a couple times tonight, and is due to break one. So Gunnar Goodell under center. And this will be PJ DeYoung. PJ's going to get through the middle, and he's going to get about 2. He dropped the ball. And
this time
he did.
they did.
PJ dropped the ball, and Three Rivers comes away with it. Just right on cue, Jace. You talked about, you know, the importance of ball security, and there it is. PJ DeYoung hasn't touched the ball that many times tonight.
Well, I mean, and there's a difference between a dry night when you go for that second effort. Sometimes you need to just cover up the ball and take what's there.
So that's going to swing old Mo back towards the Wildcats a little bit. I mean, they're deep in their own territory, 1st and 10, ball's on the 15. But this gives them some hope that they can, you know, get a long drive at least here and eat some clock and maybe, you know, end this first half in striking distance. Warmack is going to hand that off to Jace Gray, and the Red Wolves are all over that. So he's going to pick up a couple. Like PJ DeYoung on the tackle. Gavin Turk was also in there. So we've got Warmack's under center. Going to hand it off to Jace Gray and caught in the backfield. I still haven't heard a whistle. Did you hear a whistle?
Yeah, I mean, he only drove him back to the goal line,
yeah,
Brent.
You know, I mean, that was it'd be interesting to see where they spotted it on that play because they met him 3 yards deep in the backfield.
I'm guessing this wing would have got forward progress despite the fact that they didn't blow the
Fisher Edwards was in there. So score out of the Wolverine, Edwardsburg 0, Niles 16. They're in the first. 22-0 now down there in Niles. So from the eye, this is a pitch to Jace Gray. He's got a little bit of room out the edge, but he's met by the corners. I don't think he picked up any yardage, did he? Maybe a yard, Jay?
No,
Galloway was the ball carrier on that one.
The defensive flow by the Red Wolves is just phenomenal. I mean, even in that slow-hitting play, there were about 9 of the 11 hats on
so that brings up a 4th and 10 on the 15. They're going to have to punt. Newell's back standing at the 45. And that's a bad snap.
Bad
They're
snap.
in trouble back there. He gets away a kick, and that's going to go out of bounds maybe about the 25?
25, I think so, yeah.
They're walking it. We'll see where they're going to actually put it out.
Looks like almost right at the 20,
22.
Brent. Got to give credit to that punter for getting that ball off because he was in trouble.
That was a great play, to be honest with you. That picked him up quite a bit.
We talked about the first two almost being blocked. This one was no different. That was a 4-yard block. Trying to be nice.
Okay, so the Red Wolves back. Oh, wait, you know what, Jay? We get that was a good play.
Yeah, I mean, if you've been watching, I mean, the pursuit on that punt has been phenomenal all night long.
Yeah, and quite honestly, you wondered how they didn't get it, but this one had nothing to do with the pursuit. That was a snap. Goodell under center. He's going to Ben Miller off the right side. Ben's going to pick and choose. Ben's going to pick up 5. So Pawpaw, 2nd and 5. They're starting to impose their will a little bit on the offensive line. You know, you get 3, 4, 5 yards every time you touch the ball. So,
well, and the thing is if the Cats can't get off the field, that defense is going to be exhausted.
Well, and they don't have a ton of subs over there. I'm looking at 5, 6 kids on the sideline. This is going to be Newell up the middle. That's going to be good for a Red Wolves. First down. got some people watching. So we've got some people from Northern Michigan University watching the game tonight. So good to see. Red Wolves going to bring it out. 1st and 7. That means it's 1st and goal. Oh, and we got some movement down there. So that's going to be on Three Rivers. That's going to move them down to the 3.5-yard line. And I'm willing to throw this out there. The power I comes out for the first time all night. P.J. DeYoung might get a chance to redeem himself for that fumble.
We'll see what Goodell's bringing in.
So Gunner's going to bring it in. No, they're going to come out in the T for sure.
There it is. Yep, the T.
7:05 to go. Wolves knocking on the door. That's going to be a pitch to Miller. Miller's going to, well, there's a whole lot of things to talk about, Jason. None of them are good. We're going to have a hold.
I think we had a hold. I think we had a leave early. We had all kinds of. Yeah. Which is probably the worst one that we could have seen.
Well, and I'm thinking maybe it would have been better to bring the power I out at that point.
Moore got in there initially from his defensive end spot. Chase Gray came in and cleaned it up, and we're going to go ahead and take 10 more yards. Yeah, they stopped the play to begin with, so that was a good thing for the Cats.
So the Red Wolves now backed up all the way back to the 13-yard line. The good news is it's 1st down, so we've got 4 to get it into the end zone.
And as you notice, there's no stick at the end, so it is 1st and goal.
Well, and I'll tell you, called the power I last time I was wrong, but I'll still stay out on that limb. This is a good time to go back to Ben Miller off this left side. It's been working. They've set up a couple runs to the right now. They are going to go to Ben. He's going to go off the right. He's going to get through the line, and Ben's going to be down to inside the 5, down to the 3-yard line. So the direction wasn't right, but the answer was. So don't have to show our work here, do we?
No.
Okay, so I think we're in good shape.
No, you and I are from the area where we just have to get the answer.
Just get the answer and
absolutely.
We're good? Well, Ben Miller was the answer, so Goodell's going to bring it to center.
When all else fails, Brent, what do I say? Cross multiply.
That's right.
Fairly decent-sized boys out there, but they are
itching to hit a howl here, Jason. This is going to be PJ. PJ's powering the ball into the end zone, and that's good for a Red Wolves touchdown.
There it is. The touchdown signal comes in.
P.J. DeYoung off the left side powers it into the end zone for the Red Wolves touchdown. Pending the extra point, Wolves up 2 scores here in Pawpaw.
Yeah, that was not a gimme, Brad. He met some opposition and just drove that line
Absolutely, and kept his legs moving, put his head down, and P.J. DeYoung playing the role of bowling ball. Fires one into the end zone.
Boy, this offensive line group here for Pawpaw is really keeping their feet moving.
So here's the point after. Vanderbilt. Bad snap, but Troy gets it up, and he got it through.
Still gets it
through. So Troy Vanderbilt with a bad snap. Gunner did a great job getting the ball on the ground at least so he could try to kick it.
I would credit that PAT to Gunner just as much as I would to Troy.
That was,
because
now Gunner did look a little bit like he was afraid he was going to get his fingers chomped on that one, but it all worked out.
Tell you what, especially on a wet night, your holder and your long snapper are very crucial.
Well, Gunner blocked it. It wasn't a great snap, and he was able to block it. Then, those frantic few seconds. I was a holder way back in the 7th grade, but seriously, those frantic seconds when that ball's on the ground and that kicker's coming, and the kickers are told kick through. So, he's going until the very last second. You just got to get it down, and Gunner did. He did a nice job. So Goodell's going to kick off.
Yeah, but we haven't moved up. We're keeping them deep. I'm not so sure we're going to get back there. Second row here with Roar
And here's the kick. Goodell's going to send one on the ground. That's going to skip through. It's going to hit the guy and bounce off.
Yeah, let's squid. Got past that second line and didn't make it back to Blake Stewart.
Thank you. Clint Olson with the technical fix the camera picture. So from the I, 24, Jace Gray into the line. There's a lot of Red Wolves. We're going to call it a den of Red Wolves there.
But he battled through. I think he got maybe
well, he definitely fell forward.
Got one or
this
two
kid's
there.
Got some talent. He's doing the right thing.
These cats here are coming off all right, but boy, they're just not staying on blocks right now. Maybe they're a little too high.
So that's going to bring up 2nd and 7 here, Jay. You know, I still don't see a lot of pop or urgency out of the Wildcats. You know, it's like they're going through the motions, but they're just not. There's a pitch back to Gray, you know, and again, looked like almost he's looking for people to hit rather than looking for holes.
I saw him lower his head, and he just came steaming.
So we've got Midland, Dowagiac, Northern Michigan University, Tampa, Florida. You know, we're having a good night with the variety here. Wisconsin's out there. If you're watching on the computer, go ahead. Mark Linder sends his wishes from the road. So from the I, Warmack. And no. Something happened pre-snap. We're going to talk about it. They're going towards the north. So Three Rivers coach is not happy with the execution here.
No, he's not a fan of the official on his sideline.
If you would like to officiate, MHSAA.com has plenty of opportunities for quality officials. The 50-50 tickets have made their way into the press box. Anybody out there in TV land wants to throw in the comments that they want a ticket, and we'll be happy to.
You can trust Brent and I. We're
almost
legit.
Trustworthy. Warmack's going to roll this way. He's faking. Now he's going to point. He's going to let one go. That's going to be caught. That is caught. What a nice play by the Three Rivers wide receiver. It goes up and catches one.
That was an amazing catch.
Well, and I'll tell you that, you know, that quarterback directed him down the field and trusted his receiver, put it up in the air and let him catch it.
And he was double covered. He just went up above him and made that catch.
So Warmack's under center. He's going to hand this one off. This is the other back. No, that was Gray.
I'm all set. What is it?
Okay.
What is it? How is it?
So 3:22 to go. Three Rivers, 2nd and call it 6. Ball's on the 38. Warmack's under center. He's letting that play clock run a little bit. Going to hand this one off, and this is going to come this way. He's got some room. He's going to be a yard short of the first down, depending where the spot is. It'd give him a pretty favorable spot. We'll see where they actually put it down, but it looks like it's going to be 3rd and 1.
Sorry about that if I missed it. I was
Getting in on the 50-50.
Might have bought some 50-50 tickets.
Well, you know, since you're on the clock, that's all taxable.
Right.
At 3 times your rate of pay, so you have a 0% tax rate. That's going to be stopped. That's not a first down. So, you know, that's a slow developing play, and the Red Wolves just jumped into the backfield, and there's not a whole lot.
Yeah,
Three
our
Rivers
offensive
can do about
line's
that.
penetration is phenomenal there.
So you think they're going here? I got to tell you, with their punter punting 40-yard punts, except for the one that didn't get to him.
You know, after these 50-50 tickets, as a gambling man, I would go.
Yeah, I tell you, this is a tough one for me.
Smart idea here. Push that time, yeah, that time.
Oh, he got the push. Ball
Bump
came
off
out.
loose.
Looks like it's picked up. Oh, I don't know. It's still loose down there. No, that is Paw Paw's ball. 1st and 10.
Back judge. No one wanted that ball. That came loose.
So, no, right. I think it was Landon Buell. You know, Landon's grandma's watching, maybe go back and watch that play. But I think it was Landon Buell who at the end had a chance to absolutely drill the running back. And instead, he tacked the football and clearly stripped the ball out. And then it was a little bit greasy rolling around on the ground. And all of a sudden, the Red Wolves are in business.
Yeah,
and Jason, now we're going to go back to the I told you so. Taking the ball on the opening kickoff. Wolves have 1:50 to go. They can convert to here, and they're going to get the ball coming out of halftime.
Saw that happen last weekend.
This is
week at Edwardsburg.
Absolutely dangerous thing to do. And the other thing that gives the Red Wolves the option of not being as aggressive, just eating it because they know that they're going to get the ball on the other side of the break. So the Wildcats are going to take a timeout. We're going to meet some more of the Red Wolves.
Baron Marinich, junior, corner, center, lineman, bench press, 415.
Bryson Newell, junior. Punter Turner, headhunter, DB, running back, linebacker, nose tackle. Bench press, 415.
Elias Sonberg, sophomore. Cornerback, bench, 225.
PJ DeYoung, junior, running back, linebacker, bowling ball, bench press, 405.
Ben Miller, freshman, starting running back, bench press, 225.
Cody Pimpson, junior, scout team defense, scout team offense, linebacker, fullback, bench press.
So Red Wolves are going to bring us to the line here. Gunnar Goodell under center. Miller and PJ the backs, Bryson in the middle.
Almost got him on the hard count again.
Just like Ben Miller's off the right side. Ben's going to pick up one. That's going to get the clock rolling.
That's pretty good coverage by the Wildcat defense.
We are 1:35 from halftime.
Wildcats stiffened up there, stopped the second man through there on that little power play, and it's going to be.
We will carry the Queen and King coronation live. Jason, you know, we're finally in our wheelhouse of what we know about to comment on, and that's King and Queen coronations. I mean, anybody who looks at the two of us figures homecoming queen had to have been in there at some point.
Speak for yourself, Brent. I was a lineman. I wasn't either of those.
No, neither. I was actually the powder puff king and queen or whatever you want to call it. I was in a dress, I can tell you that. So Gunnar Goodell comes over to the sideline.
I'm not sure what we got going on out there.
He's going to bring it back in. Yeah, lots of confusion, lots of stuff going on. No idea what's up.
Yep. They're winding the clock, so we're back at it here.
1:07 to go. Wolves from the 50-yard line in the tee. Wouldn't surprise me to see one up in the air here. There's a pitch. Miller's going to get wide. He's going to try to get out of bounds. Then he lowers his shoulder, takes a Wildcat with him. He's going to get out of bounds. It's going to be close to a first down. It looks like he might have it, but it is going to stop the clock with the out of bounds. So 52 seconds to go. Boy, I'll tell you what, the guy on the far sideline is right on the line. The guy placing the ball, they're going to give him a first down.
Yeah,
That's
they're going to move the chains.
Yeah. So first down, Red Wolves. I still think the linesman's going to place that ball 1.5 yards backward from where it should be. But now we're in the power I for the first time all night. Watch for a pass here. This is going to hand off inside. This is Newell. Newell's going to pick up 11. Bryson Newell's going to pick up a first down. That'll stop the clock. Nice play through to Bryson Newell on that.
Great run by Newell.
And that's going to be a timeout for Pawpaw. And we've already learned that we can't get through all of the Meet the People videos in a timeout, so we're going to stay here live and we're going to bore people instead. So, you know what, Chase, what do you see?
Well, I mean, I see, the Wildcats came out and they got a jump and started to gain some hope, but then, Red Wolves fired right back with an 88-yard run. And now we're into that Red Wolf grind. So I think this is going to be very difficult for the Wildcats to come back, especially if Pawpaw's able to punch us in and then take that second half kick.
Well, and now we're at that moment where if the Red Wolves can pick up another 15 yards, now their whole offense comes into play and you're in scoring range.
Absolutely.
47 seconds doesn't seem like a long time, but remember in high school ball, the clock stops on a first down, so we've got some management. We can run to the wide sides and get out of bounds.
Well, and we haven't taken a timeout yet.
One.
Oh, we did take one?
Yep,
Sorry, I missed one.
So Goodell's under center. He's going to pitch this ball. PJ to Young. PJ's met immediately, and that's going to cost us a timeout, I have a feeling.
Yep, nothing happening there.
So they haven't called the timeout yet. Yep. And this is a perfect opportunity, Jason, to catch them sleeping.
They came to the line quick, but back in the tee.
So they're going to go quick. 23 seconds to go. They're going to throw. Oh, yeah, we had some problems. And you know what? They just tipped their hand on that pass, too. It looked to me like the right side of the line moved a little bit there, and apparently that's what the referees saw as well.
Yeah, but I think they caught our fullback taking a step.
We have a confirmed viewer from Tuscaloosa, Alabama on the broadcast.
They're winding the clock.
So Pawpaw's going to take the timeout. 16 seconds to go. That leaves Pawpaw with a timeout. So I think, we're looking at another, 10 to 12 yards before you can even think about a field goal here.
Oh, yeah.
Troy's booted some extra points that would have been good from 40, but you got to get the ball down inside the 20-yard line to have a legitimate shot at the field goal.
Especially with the conditions as they are. I mean, you got to have a good hold and a good kick, and that's asking a lot to really put the boot into the
this
ball.
is that moment where we don't have to get too aggressive. We've got the ball coming out of the second half.
Right.
Basically, that's just a continuation of this drive, So able to eat the last couple minutes of the clock. I do have a feeling we have a trick up our sleeve here. I think we're going to try to get the ball down halfway to the goal line. So Gunnar Goodell on cue from the shotgun. The Wolves in the spread. Goodell is going to throw the ball. He's got a man. Oh, and that's not. No, that was an incomplete pass. That was an incomplete pass all the way. He never put the ball away. But, quite honestly, that wasn't the right read on that play.
Yeah. That was about as close as it can be to a catch and a fumble. So the Red Wolves will take advantage of that.
Yeah, I don't think it looked to me like he never put the ball away. Like he was juggling it the whole time. He did run with it a few yards, but I think he ran with it moving. So now we're going to see the spread again out of the Red Wolves. They're going to hand that one inside. That's going to take us to halftime. So after 24 minutes of football here in downtown Pawpaw, well, it looks like
they stopped with 1 second on the clock. So let's.
Did we take a timeout? Well, that's an interesting piece of strategy. So it's 4th down. The yard marker says 3rd. The clock says 4th. I had already called halftime, so I'm out of the play. So I guess if you've worked on your Hail Mary play, they just tried to catch him off guard with the inside trap off the. So I don't know that that's on the table. I mean, how far do you think Gunner can throw it? We saw him throw 135 yards the other night at Edwardsburg. I would expect it to roll. He's going to let one go. He's got a man out there. It's broken up by the Pawpaw receiver.
And that will be the half.
So that will be the end of the first half, and pretty soon we're going to have a homecoming presentation up here in the booth. We'll give it a few minutes for that to work itself through and get set up, and we will be right back. Sorry about the jiggling camera. That was me. We're trying to get everything set up so we can see everybody. So here is your homecoming court 2024. Okay.
Okay, be careful. Tell good luck.
Everything's simple. Cats were able to rack off a pretty big victory there against a struggling Clinton.
I'll give it back.
So, and tonight, they look pretty good. They're confident. They're not letting these guys just steamroll right over them. I mean, they're here to play. And that's all you could ask for.
Yeah, I think Papa looking at this game is.
So Colton and Victoria are your freshman class. We are not set up for precise camera work for sure. So Alexis and Tyler.
But that's okay. And the Cats have improved. And boy,
This is your sophomore class representatives.
3 weeks ago.
We're trying to do the best to get you the names, but we can't hear anything in this press box. It is absolutely packed tonight. I can probably help out once we get to the court a little better than I can. We apologize. We have no way to get the audio of this anywhere, and it is so packed in the press box that we can't hear ourselves in here, let alone hear Greg doing the announcements in the stadium. So we're at Ashley Olson and Taya Southworth. So we're in junior class right now. They don't look exactly warm in those dresses down there.
Two more opportunities coming up? Yeah. We've got good opportunities. That's a big game. Talk about a big game. We're just coming to the
So first up for the Queen candidates, Ashley Harms. Sorry, Jennifer's her mom. She is escorted by Ian McDonald, Addison Roy. Up next.
I still wake up in the middle of the night, Bert, screaming beat Sturgis. Sturgis was always the first game of the year. It was.
Addison is escorted tonight by Dom Hernandez.
So I still wake up in the middle of the night screaming beat Sturgis. Thank you, Coach.
Maya Pratt tonight being escorted by Gavin Turk. Emma Sylvester. Emma's escorted by Troy Vandenberg. In years past, we've been able to hear and been able to relay some of the information, but it is an absolute zoo up here tonight with all of the bad weather, so apologize. So there are your queen candidates. Ashley Harms, Addison Roy, Maya Pratt, and Emma Sylvester. Your king candidates, Ian McDonald, Dom Hernandez, Gavin Turk, and Troy Vandenberg. So we're going to work through the rest of this, and I assume that the crowning ceremony is going to follow this real soon. I see the regalia on the track. Senior Zachary Daniels and Senora Jennifer Papa are about to crown the royalty for this year. And it is Ashley Harms and Ian McDonald, your 2024 Pawpaw High School Homecoming King and Queen. Congratulations to Ashley Harms and Ian McDonald on their win tonight.
It's a smaller facility here with a nice, welcoming atmosphere in the booth.
So we've got about 13 minutes to go, I would say, until we resume here. We have another feature out of our digital media class for the rest of the halftime entertainment here tonight. So we're going to let that play. And hopefully Jason and I will make it back up to the booth by the time the broadcast starts.
I have been lucky enough to call Pawpaw home since I moved here in 4th grade. Some of my favorite things about Pawpaw are the fact that we have one of the best high schools in the area, whether it's updated technology or the fact we're always adding on, it's got one of the nicer looking buildings. We are also known for sports. Sports are important to Pawpaw. You can always see that in our student sections and the people from the community who show up. And another favorite part of Pawpaw for me is Grape and Wine Fest, because the whole community gets together and it's always a good time hanging out with friends and family.
Braylon Kennedy, senior, offensive tackle, and I like my steak well done.
Julian Hernandez, offensive guard, sophomore. I like my steak medium rare.
Kyle Seckler, junior, tackle. I like my steak rare.
Luke Dallian, senior, offensive tackle. I like my steak medium rare.
Gavin Turk, senior, defensive end. I like my steak medium rare.
Baron Marinich, junior, corner, center, lineman, bench press, 415.
Bryson Newell, junior, punter returner, headhunter, DB, running back, linebacker, nose tackle. Bench press, 415.
Elias Sonberg, sophomore. Cornerback, bench, 225.
PJ DeYoung, junior, running back, linebacker, bowling ball, bench press, 405.
Matt Miller, freshman, starting running back, bench press, 225.
Cody Pimpson, junior, scout team defense, scout team offense, linebacker, fullback, bench press, 450.
Gunnar Goodell, junior, quarterback, holder, scout team princess, bench press, 15 pounds.
Hi, I'm Izzy McReynolds. I'm a sophomore and I'm a back spot, and my honesty is what makes me fierce.
I'm Catherine Vick. I'm a sophomore. I'm a back spot, and my personality is what makes me fierce.
I'm Vanessa Leonard. I'm a sophomore. I'm a secondary base, and my commitment is what makes me fierce.
Hi, I'm Melissa Crane. I'm a sophomore, and my position is a flyer, and my personality is my fierce.
I'm Olivia Johnson. I'm a freshman. I'm a flyer, and my positivity is what makes me fierce.
Hi, I'm Samantha Tapper. I'm a sophomore and my personality makes me fierce.
My name is Madison Osborne. I'm a sophomore and a flyer, and my strength makes me fierce.
I'm Marie Penouat. I'm a senior. I'm a flyer, and my positivity makes me fierce.
I'm Taya Southworth. I'm a junior. I'm a base, and my confidence makes me fierce.
Hi, I'm Maya Leonard. I'm a senior and I'm a base, and my work ethic is what makes me fierce.
I'm Madison Lisinski. I'm a senior, I'm a flyer, and my confidence is what makes me fierce.
I'm Sophia Martinez. I'm a sophomore, and I'm a secondary base, and my positivity makes me fierce.
I'm Ashley Olson. I'm a junior, a back spot, and my energy makes me fierce.
Hi, I'm Molly Goodwin. I'm a senior, I'm a base, and my attitude makes me fierce.
I'm Neve Davenport. I'm a senior and a back spot, and my independent voice is what makes me fierce.
I'm Agathe. I'm a senior. I'm a back spot, and my positivity makes me fierce.
My name is Ava Klatt. I'm a sophomore. I'm a primary base, and my personality makes me fierce.
Baron Marinich, junior, corner, center, lineman, bench press, 415.
Bryson Newell, junior, punter returner, headhunter, DB, running back, linebacker, nose tackle. Bench press, 415.
Elias Sonberg, sophomore. Cornerback, bench, 225.
PJ DeYoung, junior, running back, linebacker, bowling ball, bench press, 405.
Matt Miller, freshman, starting running back, bench press, 225.
Cody Pimpson, junior, scout team defense, scout team offense, linebacker, fullback, bench press, 450.
Gunnar Goodell, junior, quarterback, holder, scout team princess, bench press, 15 pounds.
Okay, so welcome back to Pawpaw. beautiful downtown Pawpaw, Falan Field, where the rain has ceased. And we are ready to start talking football here in the second half. Jay, thoughts on the first half?
Well, I'm guessing the Red Wolves would have liked to put some more points on the board. However, still, that 14-0 still doesn't show that they did dominate that half. They controlled the clock. They controlled the field.
It feels like a 28-0 game.
It does. I mean, you gotta play into the fact though the wet grass and the turnovers, the ball bouncing around a little bit.
Three Rivers is going to kick off. So Wolves are going to receive the first kickoff that they've seen tonight. When we get the referee to spot the ball.
He brought in a nice drive ball from us.
They are taking their time tonight.
After a long half, already a long half.
Refereeing, MHSAA.com has some opportunities for you.
You know, Brent, have to shout out to Alan Farnquist. He brought in an officiating conference here for the players here at.
Yes, he did. There's an onside kick, and that's recovered by the Red Wolves. Nice play by the Wolves. Yeah, he did. He actually brought in the entire conference to Pawpaw for that, to get some officials homegrown, get some high school kids interested. We have some officiating classes that are in the works, so that kids can come out and officiate games right out of high school. And I think that'll help with the officiating shortage.
Sorry, I was putting in the plug there, and the Wildcats come out and surprise us with a onside kick.
They did, and that gives the Red Wolves the ball at the 50-yard line. And again, risk reward, that works great. But right now the Wolves are playing with a half a field.
I have a feeling it's going to bite.
Ben Miller, Ben's gonna pick up about 5. So Goodell took a shot in the backfield.
That's Vandenberg.
Actually, that's Vandenberg back there. Thought it was 22. It's 2. Must have been on a block.
Just trying to shake off the cobwebs there.
I wondered what Gunner was doing in that area of the field. He shouldn't have been anywhere near there. And it wasn't him. That's why. So Gunnar Goodell brings him to the line. You've got Newell between PJ and Ben Miller. Goodell going to pitch this one out to Miller. Nice cut by Ben Miller. Ben's got the corner. Ben is gone down the sideline. One man to beat.
He is gone.
And he picks up a huge first down for the Red Wolves. Had one man to beat down there and couldn't get it done. But you know what? We'll take that. That's a 42-yard run. We'll see where that spot is before I call the numbers.
Great run. He broke it around the corner again, but just didn't have enough steam to break that last one.
Yep, first and goal for the Red Wolves.
Great play to start off that second half.
So Ben Miller with a burst of speed hit the B button around the left end. Wolves back to business. Gunnar Goodell. Wolves in the T. This is going to be Miller again. Miller fighting. He's going to get down to the 1-yard line, maybe the 2.
Waiting for him to blow the whistle there.
Looks like about the 2. Ben's still down.
Oh, we got a Red Wolf down.
So Miller was down hurt, and Stride just scared him back to life.
Apparently Stride decided he wasn't hurt and lifted him right back up.
Darren Stride picked him up, slapped him on the back, said get back in the huddle. Mallory comes out. Red Wolves trainer is going to take Ben Miller off the field. And another time you realize just because you can pick somebody up by the chest plate doesn't mean you necessarily should. Landon Buell into the game. So we're going to go power I. PJ's in the backfield. This is going to be Newell off the left side. Touchdown, Red Wolves. Bryson Newell into the end zone for the Red Wolves. Touchdown.
And again, Brent, this is where you question, why do you want to take the ball against the Red Wolves? Two weeks in a row that gives them that opening score on the second half.
Jason.
I
have been pretty vocal that those were bad decisions both weeks. I just don't think it's a good idea. This is too experienced a team, and I get it if, you're not quite the talent level they are and you want to try to get some momentum. But at the same time, it's a fool's errand.
It is because the Red Wolves will exploit you on it.
Well, and I heard a description of Michigan football that I think fits the Red Wolves perfectly after this kick. Snap. Good hold,
good
is up,
kick.
And the kick is good. Now, the analogy that I heard, Jason, about Michigan's football team this year from one of the national analysts, and I honestly don't remember which one. It may have been Joel Klatt, may have been another. The Wolverines are like a boa constrictor. They're not fast, they're not flashy, but you don't want to be in their cage because you will get squeezed to death. And, the Red Wolves kind of have that personality, is they keep everything close to them, and they just squeeze and squeeze and squeeze until something pops.
And that's and that's what you see in the teams that have success with the T. It is about domination and control. And like you said, although Pawpaw's proven to have some flashy plays with it, you break one here, you break one there, but they're perfectly content with 5, 6 short hitters.
The boa can move in a quick burst to grab its prey, but where it's really excels is squeezing it. And this third quarter stuff that the Wolves have done this year, that's what they do, is they just constrict and constrict and constrict, and they just don't let their opponents breathe in the second half. So Gunnar Goodell's going to kick off for the Wolves. He's going to put it on the ground. And I'm not sure what that was. They called offsides. So I think Red Wolves got across the line a little bit early there.
Rarely do they call. It's hard to keep all other 10 guys to not go offsides on a kickoff. I do jokingly say it happens almost every time. But,
so I'm looking on the sideline. Ben Miller's walking around down there.
back it up to the 35-yard line.
So here we go, Brent. We'll try this again.
Yep. So we'll try another squib kick, I'm imagining. There it is on the ground, up the middle. And that's going to be picked up finally. Good coverage by the Wolves.
Excellent
nice
coverage
tackle
by the Red Wolves. Great open field tackle by the Red Wolves.
Dominic Hernandez with a really nice play back there, Jason.
Tell you, Dom has shown his authority as a gunner the last 2 weeks. If you remember at Edwardsburg, he made a young man see some stars, I believe, on that that opening kickoff last week.
And this is the kind of stuff now. Three Rivers puts the Pawpaw up 7 by giving him the ball. With a short field, mind you. Not only did they choose to give him the ball, they chose to onside kick. And now the Wolves have the opportunity to play some defense here, stop the Wildcats, and really put this game out of reach. And there's a bad snap.
It is.
Warmack is going to – and he goes out of bounds at the 2-yard line maybe, Jay?
Yeah.
Fisher Edwards chased him all the way across the field, made a heck of a play.
I think he was looking for that. I think he remembered that first quarter play where he just chucked it out of bounds and caught himself with a.
Well, I kind of got lost at the back end of that play. There was a block that went down that just didn't look right. He didn't draw a flag, but, that's kind of where we're at. So now that brings up second, and we're going to call it Kentwood.
Yep, Red Wolves are pinning their ears back. I think they want to catch him in the end zone.
Handoff. That's going to be Jace Gray, it looks like, on the tackle, or on the rush. Cody Connolly on the tackle for the Red Wolves.
So we've got 3rd and Allegan.
Yeah,
on this one.
They may have picked up a yard or two. We're going to call it Wayland.
Oh, yeah.
It's
I'm okay with that.
And, maybe we should call this Gun Lake because they're going to need to roll the dice to get out of this one. Warmack under center. Going to hand that one off. Jace Gray. Oh, he's got nowhere to go. Nice run by Gray to fight his way back out near the 10.
Those were some hard-fought yards.
Yep, and I have a feeling that we're going to see the Red Wolves pin their ears back a little bit on this punt. Trying to get the focus just right. It doesn't seem like it's.
Cats just devastating here on the first possession of the third quarter, and we're lost too many yards. It's 4th and 26.
Try that. There's the snap. There's the punts away. Oh, that's returnable. Newell's got the ball. He's going to try to get to the second level. Nice play by Three Rivers, but Bryson's going to get a nice return there. That's a 6 or 7 yard return where the Red Wolves will take over in plus position. They're inside the 30-yard line, or right at the 30. It's going to be.
So here we come out in the second half. We take a onside for good field position. We get a high snap that gives Pawpaw excellent field position, and we're back in business.
Yeah, and Ben Miller back on the field, so that's a good sign for the Wolves. Gunnar Goodell under center. Handoff. This is going to go to PJ. PJ breaks some tackles. PJ DeYoung with a nice run. PJ is going to pick up about 7. We're going to give him a howl on that one. Nice run by PJ DeYoung. That's going to be 2nd and 5. So we've got PJ. Ben Miller's back on the field. Bryson's out there with him. Goodell's under center. The usual suspects along the offensive line. Stride, Turk, Connolly, Braylon Kennedy. Handoff this side. Miller. That's going to be good for a first down. So Gunner's going to bring the play in. 6:52. Clock is moving. 1st and 10. Ball's on the 20-yard line. 21-0 your score from the wing tee. Gunnar Goodell under center. PJ DeYoung's got the corner. PJ DeYoung's got the end zone. Touchdown, Red Wolves. Oh, we got a late flag coming in there. Somebody said something that the Mr. Official didn't like, and I'm going to guess that was PJ. But that was a minute and a half after the play. Trying to get the focus just right. I think that's...
Is that better?
Better.
Guess we're going to see an unsportsmanlike conduct here.
Well, that particular official throws his flag like he's feeding pelicans. My guess is this is going to be an unsportsmanlike on PJ
I think
DeYoung.
there was some.
Touchdown, personal foul, unsportsmanlike conduct on Pawpaw. And there was an extra arm gesture there that I'm not familiar with. Looks like that's being assessed on the kickoff. Dennis wants to know what's going on. Coach Stry is... PJ DeYoung is not a player who is going to pick fights down in the corner, so I'm not sure what happened down there. And that was that official's been quick on that flag all night.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what that was, but being down on the sideline or close to the action, there's a lot of salty language that could be flagged, and why it does sometimes and why it doesn't is your guess?
Well, 27-0's your score. We're going to get the extra point. There it is. Snap is good. Kick is up. Kick is good. And the Red Wolves tack on another score here in the third quarter. Big get at 28-0, 6:28 to go.
I have been lucky enough to call Pop.
So back at the action here in Pawpaw. Pawpaw's going to kick off. Three Rivers got 3 men deep. Forgot to mark the penalty off, so we're going to go back a little bit. We adjusted the camera there a little bit. So Pawpaw up 28-0 on the back of 2 third-quarter touchdowns so far, and there is still a lot of third quarter to play. We're going to check the out-of-town scoreboard here, Jason, and see what we've see if we can find anything on some of our friends in the conference. Maybe after the kickoff, of course. There's a squib. That's fielded cleanly for the first time. Okay, so here we go. Hey, you know what, Jason? They got close to midfield here. So at the half, Niles 29, Edwardsburg 0, which, you know, to be honest with you, is about what we did to Edwardsburg in the first half.
Yep.
I think it was 28-0 Pawpaw at the half. So the Wildcats are going to come to the line. There's a pitch back to Jace. Oh, Galloway's the ball carrier, and JJ's going to get some. That looks like a first down or very close, Jason, to a first down. The Battle of M89 is going on tonight. Right now, at the half, Plainwell 14, Otsego 13. Vicksburg up 24-7 over Sturgis. In the Cox household, this is an important score. Lawton 14, Schoolcraft 6. That's in the third quarter.
My daughter actually just texted me. It is 14-14.
Ooh,
Schoolcraft just tied.
Up. Schoolcraft just tied it up. Same play off the right side, and that's going to be good for a first down. So it looked like they got further than they did on the first one.
It does. I'll tell you what, you know what we've learned in high school football, we're going to run it till you stop us, especially after the rough first half that they've had.
So, again, that one looked like a lot further than that. So that's going to be
third and a short one.
Yeah, that's not even to the city limits. This is going to be a quarterback sneak. And the Red Wolves with a big push. You know, he worked his way down the line.
He's marked short.
You know, we'll see where the referees come in on that, but they moved him right down the line there. I'm not sure he got there.
They marked him short. That is going to be a fourth.
And it is fourth down.
He did not get that.
You know what? Do you try that again?
I don't know. I mean, the scrum play they ran in the first quarter that looked accidental might be the right play.
Talked about the work that was done this summer in the weight room. This is a August 15th fourth down. You know, if you were in there working, you were in there. This is where it pays off right now. Middle of October, it's finally going to pay off.
Lined up in the eye this time. They're going to try to punch it through.
And there's a handoff, and he's going to get a first down just barely over that right side, and I mean just barely.
Yeah.
They're coming in, and that that is maybe 6 inches past the spot.
I think we had a lineman or a linebacker lose some footing, and that's might have been just enough to get
right
through.
Before the snap that you say that, there was a last-second shift on that line, and I don't think he got a good dig on that edge.
Yep.
Cats got the ball, first down, just on the 42-yard line, around the right hash. 4 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in the third here. Let's see what we come up with.
So Wildcats with a couple first downs here, Jason. They're moving the ball. 1st and 10. Ball's on the 42. They're still think they have hope. They're going to go deep. They've got a man out there. He's got it for a Three Rivers touchdown, and just like that, Three Rivers slips behind the Red Wolves defense and puts 7 on the board. You know, and maybe that was right. Maybe the momentum was out there to be had. You know, and that was not sure if we have just gone to completely selling out on the run or not, but our safeties were not in the middle of the field on that.
No, he had 8-9 steps on him.
Yeah, and honestly, they closed the ground a little bit on that, but they were nowhere near getting to the receiver.
Well, and as you watch, Warmack all night, he could put the ball in the right spot.
Well, and it was a good, as far as getting it far enough down the field, it was a good throw. It wasn't a good throw. Warmack's going to pitch. This is Jace Gray looking for the corner. No, he's not going to get there. So that's a failed point. So 28-6 is your score. And we're going to take just a real quick break. We have Jason Cox frantically searching for his 50-50 tickets.
Wayne 50-50 number is 188-2410.
Yeah.
Brent, that's why I don't gamble.
And that right there is why I just made money by not buying that ticket. So give him a minute, because must be present to win. So Three Rivers going to kick off for the second time tonight. Landon Buell is deep. I think we've got our hands team in, Jason. Since we don't have anybody between Landon and the second level. And Landon's a good runner, but not our speedster back there. He's more of a tackler. So there's the kicks away. That's going to get to Landon. He's going to pick it up. He's going to bring it forward, and watch Landon prove me wrong. Landon with a nice return. He's going to get out to the 32-yard line. And that's where we are going to start 1st and 10. So the 32-yard line is your 12-yard return for Landon Buell. This is going to be Gunnar Goodell bringing the play in from Coach Stry. Looks like Ben Miller, Bryson Newell, P.J. DeYoung back there. Line brings us to Gunnar Goodell under center. The T. Looks like Three Rivers has less than the full complement. Three Rivers was trying to play some Notre Dame defense there.
Yep.
And only sent 10 people out there. The Fighting Irish Blitz did not work for them. Their coaches called a timeout.
I believe the eye in the sky may have helped him out with that timeout there, Brent.
Yeah. So in the end of the third, down in Niles, the Niles Vikings lead Edwardsburg 49-0. Jason, it sounds like the two trains are on the tracks, and they're heading for a showdown in Niles on the last game of the season.
Yeah, I think it was there was not much doubt in that, but tonight's just showing even more so.
Well, it's quite honestly not a good sign. We don't want to see any chinks in the armor when it comes to passing game, because Niles is going to put the ball in the air. In the tee, Red Wolves. Gunnar Goodell. Going to hand it off to this side. That's Ben Miller. Ben bounces off one, slips by another. Ben Miller with a nice run for a Red Wolves first down. So Ben Miller with another nice run. I don't have an official stat line on him, but he's got to be up around 180 yards.
Yeah, he's just, when you think they got him, he just keeps on trucking, squirts through,
Well,
finds a way.
He's got an 88-yard run. He's got a 39-yard run. I mean, you're 231 right now is the stats on Ben. So
it's nice to have actual stats.
Hey,
what was that 1 week?
We're moving up in the world. Our truck is actually talking to us.
The Red Wolves had like 3,100 yards, I think it was.
Got Newell. No!
Go, baby, go, baby, go!
He gets caught from behind. He'll never
Horse
hear the end of it. Bryson Newell!
Carries him in!
For a Red Wolves touchdown! Bryson Newell could hear his uncle in Tampa's keyboard furiously typing, and Bryson was able to carry the defender the extra 5 yards into the end zone for the Red Wolves touchdown.
Looked like a horse collar and all.
It did, and Bryson was not going to be denied. There will be no jokes this weekend about Bryson Newell being caught from behind. Bryson Newell with a great run up the middle was able to break some tackles, showed some flash of speed, and then the power to power it into the end zone with a Wildcat clawing at his back.
No, because he
you
scored,
can't get a flag when you don't tackle him.
It's true.
So kick is up. Kick is no good.
Wide
kick
left.
is off to the wide left. So with 3:14 to go here in the third, Pawpaw hits another home run, this time off the bat of Bryson Newell.
So apparently
the Red Wolves for the Red Wolves touchdown.
The Red Wolves want to play this without a running clock.
I'll tell you, this is well, they still need another touchdown regardless, but it's this is something else. These are the plays that we've been missing all year. We've seen a few of them, and the last 3 weeks they started to show up.
Yeah.
Early in the season we were 6-7 yards in a cloud of dust, which honestly you'll take all day long. That funds Coach Strye's retirement plan right there. Then all of a sudden, Ben Miller on this field breaks the big run. 3 weeks ago, and it's like it woke up the big play offense. P.J. DeYoung has had a few 25-plus yard touchdowns. Bryson Newell's big long runs, and Ben's kept hitting. So this is a welcome sight to see. There's a squib kick. That's going to be misfielded again. They're going to try to bring it up. He's picking and choosing. He's trying to find a hole. He's going to take it out to the 31-yard line. That's a decent return. So the Red Wolves going to trot out their defense still in the third quarter. This third quarter seems like it's been going on since last Tuesday. So Three Rivers brings it to the line, looking dejected. They're going to hand it off. Jace Gray's got the ball, and he's into the line. Dom Hernandez was in there. P.J. DeYoung as well. Fisher Edwards from the backside. Looks like Gavin Turk was underneath the pile. I mean, a lot of Red Wolves in on that one. But again, Jason, they're selling out for the run. I make sure we got somebody in the back.
I got to tell you, down as much as there were, watching the Red Wolves defensive backs, I tell you what I would be doing.
Yes. Yeah, I tend to agree with you. I think that you've got to, and Three Rivers has run a spread offense for years. I mean, I get it. It's probably not going to work, but why not try? And there you go, right on cue, Jason. There's a 12-yard pass. You know, it's a nice. Now it didn't come out of the spread. It came out of a I formation, and they relied heavily on the play action. But at the same time, that's a receiver 9 yards down the field, wide open.
But if you remember the old Wildcat offense, they ran it out of the eye. That was not uncommon for them.
Yeah, and you know, this is. They can do, you know, this, what I'm saying is this is bred into them from a young age. They know how to throw the football. They know the sets. They know everything there. So it is a new coach, but this is a run off the right side, and there's nothing there. That's going to be a gain of maybe 2. So Gavin Turk and Connolly riding that side over to the. All right, so 2 and 8, 2 minutes, under 2 minutes to go in the third. They're going to hand that one off again. You know, and Jason, I just get the feeling Three Rivers is content to go home with a, 25-point, 30-point loss. You know, I just don't feel like there's any real urgency to try to do anything. You know, now part of that's a testament to the Red Wolves defense.
There isn't, but I will tell you this: the Wildcats are not giving up. They're not settling for this 34-6 score.
Well, their play calling hasn't indicated that yet. The Warmax this time in the shotgun, low snap. He's going to throw.
Oh, crackback block.
Very late throw.
Yeah, that looked like a blindside block if I've seen one.
I think it's the only thing I can say to that is if you're looking to officiate, MHSAA.com. So
I mean, Brent, when we played, those were legal, but not so much anymore.
No, and that when you've got 27 people who all saw it at the same time. I'm just not sure. All right, so Three Rivers back to punt. Oh, and was that a fake? Did he forget that he was punting? I'm
not sure what happened.
Not sure what happened there. It was a clean snap. Everybody left him like they were going to cover the kick, and he just didn't kick it.
Yeah, because if he would have thrown that pass, I think there might have been a lineman or two downfield.
Well, yeah, everybody went to cover that punt that never came. So I'm just not sure. A lot of bewilderment up here. I think he might be Batman. You know, that one was kind of a weird play. I got to be honest with you.
Well, and honestly, the Red Wolves have pressured a lot more before, and they didn't have a ton of pressure on that one.
I hate to say it, but there's still 20 seconds on the clock in this quarter.
Oh, I know.
Red Wolves come to the line. They're going to throw the ball. They've got a man open. Believe that's Troy Vandenberg. So I'm not sure, Jay. I saw a little bit of a push there to get open.
Well, sometimes hand fighting is allowed out there,
But, hey, it's the home team. If you're looking to officiate, MHSAA.com.
And for those in Three Rivers that want to officiate, come here and do it at Pawpaw. You might want to get in on the action yourselves.
If you're out there thinking, man, that looked like a penalty, I think you were fairly accurate, but either way, we're at the end of the third quarter here at Falan Field. Pawpaw 36 or 34, Three Rivers 6 on the Red Wolves Network. So now we are meeting our cheerleaders. We met them earlier on video. Let's see them live and in person. If you are seasick and would like to see your cheerleaders lined up in alphabetical order, please send a note to Papa High School.
So I'm just going to zoom out and try that way because I was getting dizzy and I'm watching up here live.
But outstanding job the cheerleaders are doing. They did a great job today at the pep assembly. I got a chance to go in and watch that today. So, you know, I think it's so underappreciated when you have a quality of cheer squad that we have here in Pawpaw. Perennial state contenders in competitive cheer, and they bring all of that talent to sideline cheer as well. Okay, so we're going to start the fourth quarter here. 34-6 is your score. Pawpaw a couple points away from running clock here. So the penalty that could have been getting worse and worse as we move on here. That's a handoff up the middle. That's Bryson Newell into the end zone for a Red Wolves touchdown. Bryson Newell went into the line. You know what happened there, Jason? Both of the tackles got to the linebackers and were able to seal. Bryson was just able to figure out which way to go, and off he went.
And for those of you that don't follow line play, the importance of breaking through on those chip blocks and getting to that second level makes a humongous difference.
Major extra point right here for the Red Wolves, because this is our running clock extra point.
That's not an exaggeration. So stout offensive line there for Pawpaw.
So the snap on the extra point is away. High snap. Nice job. That's blocked. And that is going to keep the clock stopped with 11:53 to go. 40-6 is your score. And after quite a string for Troy Vandenberg of converting extra points, got 5 for 5 the other night. I think he was 6 for 6 up at Plainwell. And now, missed the last 2.
Well, I got to believe a lot of it has to do with the conditions.
I do.
Even with the snap and the hold, those were some high snaps, and even though the ball's wet and it does come off your foot different.
Well, you can't put that blame on. There's been some really bad snaps, and honestly, Troy should have missed 3 tonight because he had one snap that spun around. Gunnar Goodell did a great job of getting it down.
So I mean, it's never fun to not convert a PAT, but at the same token,
everybody knows that the kicker is the most pivotal position in American football, and when you wear that jersey, you got to take the criticism.
Well, I mean, the only other two that are out there, the long snapper and the holder, can both get it, but the kicker,
that's
all
right.
eyes on you.
When you're talking about MVPs and who the cheerleaders want to take to the big dance, it's always the kicker.
For everyone that didn't hear that, Brent said they want to take the kicker.
The kicker,
yes,
of course.
Yes.
Yes, of course.
Yes, the kicker.
And the kicker is. So Gunnar Goodell to kick off. And that's going to be covered at the 30-yard line. Maybe we'll call that the 31. Where the Red Wolves are going to go out on defense and try to stop the Wildcats. 11:51 to go here in the fourth quarter. Pawpaw leading by 34, 40-6. Pawpaw has all 3 timeouts left. Don't suspect that they're going to need them. Three Rivers has 2. They had to call one when they tried a Notre Dame defensive stand. Yes, I'm going to keep beating on that one. If it had happened with anybody with Ohio State, I would let it go, but I'm not going to let it go. So Cody Conley on the tackle for the Red Wolves. So what do you think of the pink socks tonight?
Well, I think it's a great testament to, if you've noticed, if you've been watching in the NFL, we got the crucial catch.
This is breast cancer awareness night,
yes,
as it turns out.
Yes, it is breast cancer. Not if you were listening to the radio broadcast from Three Rivers.
Yeah, words matter.
They might have missed a word or two out there.
So, Three Rivers comes to the line. Going to roll under 11 minutes to go here. Warmack's going to try to throw. He's got Red Wolves all over him. He's being chased. He's going to let one go, and he's got a man, and that's going to go for a touchdown. Nobody's going to catch him. That's a nice throw, nice pitch and catch, and that's going to be a touchdown for the Wildcats.
Did they blow that dead? Why did he stop?
Don't see any flags out there, so that's going to cost us some points. And, Jason, that's one right there that it just looked like he was running for his life. But, again, on the fly, directed traffic, let his receiver know I can throw it that far.
Well, I mean, what he did was he gave his wide receiver a chance to outrun our defensive backs.
Well, and the other thing here is we spied that. When it looked like the quarterback was going to run, our safeties crashed to run support, and unfortunately that allowed the receiver to get behind the defensive backs, and that was a nice throw on the run. That time he hit him perfectly in stride. Three Rivers are going to go for two here.
I formation, Jace Gray in the back. Twins to the left. Warmack under center.
He's going to throw. He's got a man back there.
Come on, Landon, catch it. He's got it. He's got it. And Lando brings it in for
And that's a two.
And then he hands the ball to the official because he forgot he's still there.
So the Pawpaw defender down there, I believe that was Vandenberg. Never looked for the ball. Never tried to locate the ball at all.
And, I mean, could have easily been called for pass interference for not
absolutely. And, it just, you hate to see that. You got to play the ball down there. I mean, he turns his head at all, and he's got a chance to make a play on that ball. He was clearly there in time. He was clearly had coverage. But instead, just tried to shield with his body. And I got to tell you, if he would have broken that pass up, I think we would have seen the flag for pass interference there.
I believe so, too.
The fact that he caught it, I think the official kept it in his pocket. But I think we would have saw a pass interference.
He didn't even flash back to look. You got to give a glance. You got to try to find the ball.
So Three Rivers, you're right, Jason. Not giving up, not going away. And it could have been easy for them to do. We're going to get Ben Miller back to receive. I don't know how you kick this deep. I mean, you got to kind of try to get the ball.
Well, I'll tell you, the speed they show, I would not.
Yeah.
So wine country, we are here in Wawa, Michigan, and man, we're having fun. And it just seeing Three Rivers start to figure it out.
So a couple, Jason, both of their touchdowns have been just miraculous plays by their quarterback, getting away and letting the ball fly. And this is and that's going to be caught right there. Vandenberg with the onside kick recovery. Nice ground ball to second base. He's able to step on the bag, heading over.
That shows you what the hands team is all about.
Yep. So that's going to give the Wolves the ball at the 49-yard line. And, this is one of those moments where, you'd love to say Three Rivers is getting back in the game, but I think they're poking the boa constrictor.
Well, at this point, it's pride.
It's anger. You don't want to give up those scores, and I think that the offense is gonna let that Wildcat defense know that, hey, this is our house, and you're not going to do that here. You need to just go away. There's the handoff. There's breaking. Ben Miller running hard. He's going to pick up 3. But that's the constrictor right there. Okay, we've got 10:30 to go. 3 yards, go back to the huddle. 5 yards, go back to the huddle.
Run that clock right down. There's no reason to score another one.
Entirely absent from our offense tonight has been P.J. DeYoung. From what you're used to seeing P.J. produce. And that's not a knock on P.J. Bryson and Ben have been just killing it tonight. But I would not surprise me to see P.J. get some carries on this drive. There's Ben Miller off the other side. Ben's got a good hole. Ben is ahead for a Red Wolves first down.
So Brent, your right wing again is out quite animated on the flag that he threw.
Yeah, the Johnny Unitas of flag throwing has pitched another one out onto the middle of the field.
It looked like he was demonstrating a fireman's carry out there. I'm not sure what he was talking about.
Well, he saw something he didn't like, and he made sure everybody knew about it.
Well, if you get the flag up in the lights, everyone can see it, Brent.
So the Red Wolves are going to get penalized. It's going to be 2nd and 15.
Cats are hanging here pretty good as they can. And without a few big plays and some turnovers,
So
really.
Gunnar Goodell under center. Usual suspects, backfield. This is going to go this side. Ben Miller's going to try. Ben's got a hole. Nice run by Ben Miller. That's gain of about 5. So Goodell's going to bring the play in. 3rd down and 8. So Goodell under center. Going to hand this off. Oh, there we go. Ben Miller is gone.
He's gone.
Ben Miller with his 3rd home run of the night. That one's good for a 47-yard Red Wolves touchdown. Ben Miller breaks one off the right side, rumbles 47. I don't know if I can call that rumble. That flew 47 yards down the right side.
Blasted through and was gone.
And again, Red Wolves with a big play from scrimmage. So now we've got the Red Wolves are handling the offensive line. Vandenberg for the point after. Stry's snap is high. Gunnar Goodell get a nice job of getting that down. That's good. So the Red Wolves with another big. So Ben is up around 288 yards on the evening. Yeah, 278, I think, if my math's right. So big night out of Ben Miller. A big night out of Bryson Newell. Still 8:35 to go here. It's balmy in this press box, but it looks a little chilly out there on the sideline, Jason. And I'm looking down at the crowd, and we're slowly dwindling away down at the crowd level.
Maybe they'll log online there.
Yeah, we're still, I think we're picking up. Based on the comments, we've got a few people who have gone home and put on the broadcast. They're not dummies, Jason. Go home and watch this and make some popcorn.
So just got an update on the Lawton. Lawton is now up 29-22.
Ooh, Lawton 29-22. So Goodell's going to kick. Still 8:35 to go.
Brent lost the rock up here in the press box.
Usual suspects are back to return here. Let's see if we can't buck the tide here and put some more points here on Paw.
So there's a kick up the middle. We're going to go on mute for just a second.
Wildcat up there, Caleb.
Well, we're going back at you here. Wildcats. 1st and 10, ball's on the 34.
Pitch out to Danny Galloway to the right, kind of stutter steps, tries to find some room. 53 on the tackle.
So Cameron Kozel on the tackle for the Red Wolves. You know, Jason, we just got an update. Hadn't called his number in the second half. Baron Marinich apparently had left the stadium and is checked in at the hospital. He's just having his arm looked at. So we're good thoughts going there with Baron. Hopefully everything's not something that's season-ending at least.
Absolutely.
And while I've got the Mariniches on mind, I also wanted to let you know that they made a very nice donation to the network in the name of the coaches for Coaches Week. So it was really nice. We get a lot of Mariniches on the broadcast. A lot of good stuff comes out of the Marinich family for the Red Wolves Network, and they're one of our premier families. Red Wolves all over the Wildcat quarterback on this play. That's going to be a loss of about 6-7 miles, I'd say, give or take.
They were setting up for that scramble and toss again.
I am not sure there are even paved roads as far north as they are on this one. We
Looks
are
kind of like my
looking
road,
at,
Brent. 64th Avenue, nice and stone.
Oh, there you go. Some chipped stone.
Into a swamp.
But this one is going to be 3rd and Elkhart. I'm thinking draw or screen, or just straight run.
Twins out here to the right side.
Handoff. That gets through to the second level. He got nearly back to the line of scrimmage. And again, there's one where you just let him run 8-9 yards. But we're at the point in the game, 6:33 to go. Coach, what are you doing?
I mean, at this point, you punt, or do you go for it anyway? I mean, with the Red Wolves grind,
I don't think it really.
They are lining up to punt. Let's see if we have a fake or whatever we had last time.
Well, and, the other thing you got to do, the field's wet, ball's wet. Long snapper hasn't been hyper accurate tonight on either team. There's a good snap. Punt is away.
Line drive punt.
Low line drive punt. It's going to die in the grass. It's going to be about the 30-yard line. Ball is going to land on the 30 where it's going to be first down, headed back the other way. And, back again to Barrett. I didn't even notice that he had left the game. But I'll tell you, now that makes sense. You got one of our best cover corners, not at the stadium even. And 2 touchdowns get behind our defense.
And I got to tell you, I mean, no one wants to see a young man hurt, but coaches also notice when players change, when personnel is.
Absolutely. And they start going that way. Now, that's been 2 good plays by Warmock. I mean, he, on the run, hit both those receivers with, decent throws. The one long one, it was a big breakdown, and that he was wide open. But this last one was a good throw. Hit him in stride.
I think what you noticed about one of those plays is that it was a scramble, and it was almost like an ad-lib play. It wasn't a burst of speed.
Looks like we got some new running backs in the backfield here. Malachi Davis up the middle. Nice hard running by Malachi. So Fisher Edwards is taking the snaps. Malachi Davis is in there. Buell's in there. Yeah. Malachi is back this week. Malachi didn't make the trip to the home game.
Malachi stayed in Edwardsburg, I believe.
So some other players getting a chance to see the field for the Red Wolves with over 5 minutes to go in the game. That's a good sign. That's a handoff inside. And the ball's on the ground. And it is Wildcat football. And, Jay, it's really been too bad that the second string has given up the ball, 3 consecutive games. And, you hate to see it. You want to see those kids get a chance. We got somebody down on the field out there.
We got an injured Red Wolf.
We are going to be here, but we're going to take this off the screen for a minute and see what's going on out there. So just a quick update. We still have a Red Wolf down on the field. Trainer is out working on right now. We are going to, I don't really want to leave this up on the screen, so we're going to put back up the placeholder graphic. We can talk through, what's going on out there, Jason. That was just a play off the right side. Lucas Ochins was the ball carrier, and that appears to be who was down on the play.
Looks like
So
they
it looks
are
like
getting the cart.
Yeah, it looks like they are going to get the cart. So now they're bringing. They're grabbing a piece of equipment. So I'm bringing that back on. Looks like maybe an air cast, Jay.
Yeah, I'm afraid it might be a leg injury.
Yeah. So normally we do have an ambulance at the game, but I don't see anybody down there. So
she's laying down. She's holding pressure, I think.
Yeah. So we've got. We are going to pop out of here for a moment, and we are going to bring up our halftime video. We will be back with an update.
I have been lucky enough to call Pawpaw home since I moved here in 4th grade. Some of my favorite things about Pawpaw are the fact that we have one of the best high schools in the area, whether it's updated technology or the fact we're always adding on, or it's got one of the nicer looking buildings. We are also known for sports. Sports are important to Pawpaw. You can always see that in our student sections and the people from the community who show up. And another favorite part of Pawpaw for me is Grape and Wine Fest, because the whole community gets together and it's always a good time hanging out with friends and family.
Okay, I'm going to bring you back. You may have heard some of the speculation in the booth. Trying to keep all speculation out of it, but it appears that we've got a fairly serious injury. The speculation is that it was Lucas Ochins, who was a backup running back. Right now, we're just going to move the camera off, but all of a sudden, this takes on a whole different meaning than a high school football game. Both teams taking a knee. It appears that emergency medical has been called. So we saw Athletic Director Farnquist on the phone. They're going to be bringing someone in. Pawpaw's training staff has been in constant contact with the down player. And we saw what appeared to be a removed face mask come to the sideline. So, again, no speculation on what happened. We couldn't see it from up here. All we know is there's a player down, and both Three Rivers and Pawpaw staffs have been out there with the player the whole time. And we are almost excruciatingly waiting for EMTs to arrive. We have an emergency vehicle that has just pulled onto the track, and they are going to be, it's a first responder vehicle, still no ambulance yet. But first responders are here at the stadium at Falan Field. So we'll see what they have. It's a quick response unit, so at best they're going to have limited supplies. So I'm still waiting on Van Buren EMS to show up, and still not much has changed on the field. And I apologize to all of you out there. There's not a whole lot we can do at this point. There's a chance that this game is going to get called right here with 4 minutes and 59 seconds to go, and the game is the least of what we're worried about. So, in fact, I think at this point, I would think that would be the appropriate thing to do. I mean, how do you expect kids to come back and play a football game after seeing one of their classmates lie on the field for we're over 15 minutes now. So again, we're going to stay on the air so that I can give you whatever information that I can about what's happened here on Falan Field. We are going to put up a graphic again and step away for a minute as we try to assess further what's going on. we're going to give an update here. EMS has arrived on scene. We still have player down. They are working. A stretcher has been brought out of the ambulance. The Red Wolves have taken a knee to shield their teammate from the crowd. And we as a collective group sit here in silence and remember that this is so much more than just a football game. We still are not 100% sure on the confirmation of the player that's down. So the player is still being worked on by the EMTs. The trainer has stood up. And again, no speculation does anything any good here. This is an absolute tragedy in the making here at Paw Paw. Anytime you see one of these young men go down on the field, it's just gut-wrenching and heartbreaking.
His helmet is off. Yeah, coach was
So,
holding it. They're putting him in the neck board, I'm sure.
So right now they are strapping him into neck board. That's precautionary. We did not see anything that stood out to us up here, but it was on the far side of the play in the middle of the line, so not really sure what happened. Players went away from the play, and the Paw Paw Red Wolf just remained down. We're just over 25 minutes into this. And we're going to go back onto standby until I can give you another update in a few minutes. But please, if you're out there watching this broadcast, throw a couple prayers up. Keep these young men in your thoughts for the next little bit until we can figure out what's actually happening on the field. Okay, in an absolutely amazing show of sportsmanship and solidarity, they have the players now strapped on to a board, and they're beginning the process of moving them to the ambulance. Both teams have moved and created basically a tunnel for them to move. It is absolutely deafening silence here in Falan Field as everyone prays for this young man. He's being moved into the ambulance now. So it looks like they're going to call this game at this point, which is absolutely the right thing to do. So right now, with 4:59 to go here in the fourth quarter, nothing matters. This is going to be a Red Wolves victory, and it's going to be the most hollow victory that we've had in a long time. This is just not a good scene here in Paw Paw. The teams have come together. You know, the Wildcats showing some class in their support of the Red Wolves, you know, and at the end of the day, this is just not what you want to see, Jason, you know, out there on the field.
No, I think we forget that it is a collision sport, and these injuries do happen, and we take for granted that, you know, our young men are safe every week, but an experience like this just shows the true testament of what being part of a team and a family is.
Yeah, and this is, you know, this
and a
is
community with Three Rivers also understanding what it's like to lose, you know, to have a teammate injured like that.
Well, and the trap that we all fall into is it won't happen to me, it won't happen to us, it won't happen here, you know, and there was a lot of optimism tonight. It's a homecoming game. Paw Paw's having some success on the field. You know, it was a joyous night going on, and then all of a sudden, in just one split second, everything changes. And we have confirmed that this was indeed Lucas Ochins. And they are still working on him in the ambulance. They have not moved the ambulance at this point. As the teams start to exit the field, you know, I'm sure they're making sure everything's secure inside that ambulance so they can get the best possible care that they can for Lucas. But a surreal feeling here at Falan Field as we end this game tonight early. Red Wolves pick up a victory, Jason, but I'm rattled. I don't, you know, there's nothing here. Nothing good comes out of this.
It's bittersweet.
So,
you know, our hearts and our thoughts and prayers go out to the Ochins family, and you know, please, you know, think nothing but positive thoughts as this young man keeps getting attended to.
Yeah, and there's nothing else that happened today that's more important than this moment right now.
No, absolutely not.
You know, so we are going to sign off our broadcast for tonight. Hug your kids, you know, hug your families, and have the best of thoughts that you possibly can for the Ochins family tonight, as we all will.